When you say you like big dogs, do you mean this big? Or maybe this size is more your style? Size, temperament, abilities, there are lots of reasons that people choose certain breeds. You might want a fierce-looking protector who's really a gentle giant in disguise. Or you may prefer a fluffy little lapdog that always seems to be smiling.
Come here.
Either way, knowing more about the breed you're considering is the best way to answer the question, which woof's for me? In this episode, we'll meet the Mastiff, often referred to as the English Mastiff, and the Coton De Tulear, named for its cottony coat. First up, the Mastiff, a working dog that the American Kennel Club ranks number 26 on the list of most popular breeds in the country.
They're excellent family dogs. They are very good with kids. They're good with other animals. They can be, because of their size, not on purpose, but they can knock over small kids, so you do have to be careful with toddlers, but they're excellent.
Standing as high as 30 inches at the shoulder and outweighing many a full-grown man. The Mastiff has a long history as a fighter and a warrior. Thought to have originated in Asia, accounts of its ancestors' strength and durability are legendary. The massive breed was frequently matched against human gladiators as well as bulls, bears, lions, and tigers. The Mastiff was also used for dogfighting, but once the horrific sport was outlawed, the breed became prized as a watchdog and for about 2,000 years has been bred in England for that work. The Mastiff is a living, breathing burglar alarm. Its sheer size and deep throaty bark may be enough to scare off intruders.
If somebody was coming at me, their instinct is to knock down and hold. And so with their size, they can pretty much knock down anybody.
Known to be sensitive and patient dogs, the Mastiff puppy should always be obtained from a breeder who follows strict mating guidelines to ensure the dog's prized disposition and striking good looks. Recognized by the AKC in 1885, the Mastiff's breed standard dictates a dog of massive appearance, but with an expression that is alert yet kindly. Males may be more massive throughout the body, and females may be somewhat smaller in all dimensions. The Mastiff's soulful dark brown eyes, the darker the better, are wide apart and medium in size, while the ears are small in proportion to its large head. This is a big dog, but it's never a clumsy dog. Look for a symmetrical form in what the AKC calls a well-knit frame. The Mastiff sports a short double coat in fawn, apricot, or brindle stripe, and the wrinkled forehead in that massive head gives the dog an inquisitive and imposing look. Keeping those facial wrinkles clean and dry is part of the minimal grooming required, along with brushing the Mastiff's smooth coat on a regular basis. The majority of Mastiffs are considered to be healthy dogs, but there are some concerns such as bone cancer or hip and elbow dysplasia that should be discussed with a reputable breeder.
There are a number of issues, but in general, it's actually a very healthy breed. But you definitely need to do your homework and get your dog from a reputable breeder who does the basic health testing and who's going to be there for you.
When considering a Mastiff, work with the breeder to get the education you need about specific health concerns. The Mastiff is not a lazy dog, unless you allow it to be. This medium energy breed likes a long walk each day and the occasional romp. The breed also takes well to training, and Mastiffs have won numerous AKC titles in conformation, obedience, agility, carting, and rally. But because of their size, a well-behaved Mastiff is the only type of Mastiff to own.
It's extremely important to socialize a Mastiff due to their large size because you're going to end up with a 200-pound dog. You don't want to have a 200-pound dog that you can't control.
As an intelligent, eager-to-please dog, Mastiffs seem to do best with gentle training. But because of its protective nature and its instinctive watchdog ability, it's essential that the breed be socialized and trained in early puppyhood.
The socialization and training will make the difference between a dog that is just the biggest blessing to be around or a holy terror.
Are you any good at football?
Another size-related consideration with owning a Mastiff is space. Apartments won't do. This breed will thrive in a country or suburban setting. A fenced-in area to patrol is the perfect job for the Mastiff. But don't think that the Mastiff will live outdoors. In spite of its size, it's a house dog and needs the companionship of its family. When it comes to food, the Mastiff consumes a lot of it, but in portions that correspond with the dog's life stages. Ask your breeder about quality, breed-specific food for puppies, young adult, and older Mastiffs. Learn more at the Mastiff Club of America's site. Is this gentle giant the right companion for you? More about the English Mastiff when we return to Which Woofs for Me. Is the gentle giant known as the English Mastiff the Woof for you? Let's see if you're the right human for this courageous, dignified, and good-natured dog. Never owned a big dog before? The Mastiff needs a steady, capable handler, preferably an experienced one. This is a working dog. It was bred to keep watch and warn you of interlopers. Give it space and don't coop it up. A large, fenced yard is ideal. Despite its long-ago warrior past, the Mastiff has earned the title of Gentle Giant.
Their temperament is very easygoing. They will play explosively for short periods of time, but most of the time they're just kind of chilling out and hanging out with the family.
They make great family dogs and are excellent guardians of people and property. Many have received AKC Canine Good Citizen certificates and excel as therapy dogs.
Hey, Alan, would you like a dog visit?
When training, Mastiffs respond well to positive reinforcement.
He was 190.
They're sensitive and attentive. This dignified breed doesn't appreciate roughhousing and does best when treated in a kind but firm manner.
Oh, okay.
T-Bo, say hi to Jack.
As a mid-energy breed, the Mastiff loves a good walk or a run around in the yard. Early training and socialization are essential to ensure gentle and trustworthy behavior. Because of the Mastiff's size and weight, jumping up on people or pulling at the leash is highly undesirable. The Mastiff's short double coat needs minimal grooming. Occasional brushing will handle any shedding. The wrinkles in that massive head, though, need a daily wipe and dry to stay clean and fresh. And then, there's the drooling. But if you love the breed, just keep plenty of hand towels and drool bibs nearby.
I have a lot of people ask me about the slobber and how do I stand it. And it's the same way that I got used to my kids when they were babies. It's just a part of it, and you keep lots of towels around and you wipe it up and then it's gone. I'm more grossed out by dogs with hair around their mouth that the hair's wet all the time. So I think everybody has a different tolerance level, and I can live with the slobber for the offset of the temperament and their personalities.
Generally, most Mastiffs are considered to be healthy and can be expected to have an average lifespan of 8 to 10 years. Talking to a breeder can clear up any concerns you may have.
Peyton, sit. Look.
What and when you feed the Mastiff is extremely important. Too much food as a puppy and you've got a fat dog. high-quality, large dog and breed-specific food that the breeder recommends, and in the suggested portions, is the best way to keep a Mastiff in shape. Are you saying to yourself, is the Mastiff the right Woof for me?
They just want to please you and be with you, and that's really all that matters to them, which is what makes them just naturally want to protect you, because their love's as big as they are.
If the answer is a big yes for the big dog, then visit akc.org or FidoTVchannel.com for more background on the massive Mastiff. Next up, the Coton De Tulear, a cotton ball of a dog that's a better fit for smaller spaces. Wait, is that a... or is it a... Aha! That's obviously a Coton De Tulear. You can tell by that happy, smiling face. And how can you help but smile back at one of the cutest dogs in the animal kingdom? The Coton is a non-sporting breed whose only job in life is to love and be loved. It's a companion dog that the American Kennel Club ranks 85th in popularity. But the history of the royal dog of Madagascar is as murky as the Indian Ocean seas that Coton ancestors supposedly swam through. Legend has it that the Coton descended from dogs that survived an ancient shipwreck and landed on the island of Madagascar off the coast of Africa. The dogs bred with local terriers to become the Coton De Tulear, French for the breed's cottony coat and place of origin, the port of Tulear. In 17th century Madagascar, the island monarchy ruled that only nobility could own a Coton, and it became a symbol of status, power, and wealth. As the national dog of Madagascar, the Coton was featured on a postage stamp in 1974, about the time the dog began to appear in the US and Europe. In 2014, the AKC recognized the breed and described its timeless appeal as bright, charming, and happy-go-lucky.
I love their joy of life. The standard says they should have a joie de vivre. And they're very happy dogs. They're nice size. They range between about 8 pounds and 15 pounds. Not quite as delicate as the other toy dogs, a Maltese or a Shih Tzu. They're very sturdy, and with children, a happy dog that's sturdy but still a size that you can take with your family is a wonderful family dog.
One of the hallmarks of the Coton is its joyful expression. Combined with sparkling dark eyes that stand out dramatically in its furry face, the Coton seems to telegraph that life is good. It's somewhat longer than it is tall, and its tail, curved over the back when active and down with an upward hook at the tip when at rest, is another signature feature of the Coton. Small is the operative word for this dog. Females are 9 to 10 inches in height and weigh about 8 to 13 pounds, while the males weigh in at 9 to 15 pounds and are a bit larger at 10 to 11 inches tall. The coat, perhaps the main identifying characteristic of the breed, is white, dense, and profuse, and can be slightly wavy. It's always very soft and supple, never rough.
The Coton De Tulear has the FCI, which is the European standard for the breed, which is what the AKC standard was based upon, suggests that the Coton have the appearance of an all-white dog. And what that means that as you see a Coton across the room, it should look like a white dog. However, the dogs are a lot of the times born with a lot of color on their body, sometimes black and brown and gray. And that color, however, should fade. And as the puppies get to be almost a year old, all of that color should fade out of the coat as it grows. And what you're left with on what they call a tricolor puppy is generally just gray and black hairs at the ends of the tips of the ears.
It's good that grooming is a bonding experience for these dogs and their owners, because a Coton needs more than usual to keep its coat in top form. Particular attention is needed when the adult coat begins to appear under the puppy coat between the ages of 9 to 14 months. Keep the Coton mat-free with a couple of thorough brushings a few times a week and daily touch-ups.
It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to brush out a dog like this. It's like being a woman with long hair, and we do what they call line brushing, which we take one section at a time and we brush it out, and then we take the next section and we brush it out. Elvis gets bathed once a week. And that, however, takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, because the blow drying like having a woman with long hair, really a lot of time in the blow drying process.
Visit the United States of America Coton De Tulear Club, an AKC parent club, for complete grooming tips. Considered hypoallergenic, the Coton may be a good breed for allergy sufferers. While the breed loses some hair naturally, it's not really a shedder.
What you'll see with the Cotons is just like human hair. Here and there you'll see a long white hair along the floor, or if you pick them up and you're going to rub them a lot, you might get a little bit on your clothes, but you're not going to have hair all over your house.
Small but sturdy dogs, the majority of Cotons are healthy with an average lifespan of 12 to 14 years. By working with a reputable breeder, you can find out what, if any, health concerns there are. To find a breeder in your area, visit akc.org or FidoTVchannel.com. You can also download the free mobile app for Fido TV. Talk about positive energy, the Coton is loaded with it. Since its primary occupation is to provide amusement and companionship, whatever you're up for in the way of exercise, this dog's right there with you, even if it's long-distance hiking or jogging. Cotons don't need a lot of living space, as long as you're in that space with them. They thrive on human companionship and should not be left alone for long periods. The Coton will bark occasionally or to let you know if something's up. But what's really interesting about the Coton is its unique vocalizations and its ability to stand and walk on its hind legs. High-quality, small-breed food is generally adequate, but be sure to consult with the breeder for feeding tips. When we return, we'll learn even more about this breed that's très magnifique. The Coton De Tulear has been described as a witty companion, at times a little boisterous, but never demanding, and possessing a remarkably gentle, sympathetic awareness of its people. No wonder this breed is so popular.
Cotons are happy-go-lucky. They love everyone. They're very inquisitive. They want to be involved in seeing what's going on around them. They want to be where you are. They're very empathetic as a breed. They watch you for your cues on how your temperament is and how your personality is, and they kind of tend to match who you are into what their lifestyle is.
Wondering if a cute little dog that's naturally lighthearted and that will form an intense emotional connection with its owners is the right Woof for you? Let's run through what you and the Coton have in common. Suited to any type of space you can provide, the small Coton can live just about anywhere. But if you have room to run around and live it up, that's even better. However, staying home alone is not a good option for this people-loving breed. We can sum up the Coton De Tulear's temperament this way: happy all the time, and it will want to go everywhere with you. Because of its cuteness, it might be easy to spoil the Coton, so puppy kindergarten or some obedience training is a good idea. Medium energy, the Coton loves to play and create ways to amuse you. It's the ultimate canine companion. Additionally, this versatile breed excels in many types of dog events, from agility to obedience, rally, and tracking. They also make great therapy dogs. Check out akc.org for more information about companion events that are well suited to the Coton. To keep its cottony white coat beautiful, the Coton needs an occasional bath along with a few brushings a few times a week to prevent mats. A slicker brush and a wire pin brush are helpful tools. Since it's named for its beautiful coat, it makes sense to keep the Coton looking its best. Increasing the beauty routine to daily brushings or comb-throughs will do the job.
Some people choose to keep the Coton in a puppy cut. And it's a very wonderful and versatile way to keep them and enjoy your dog. To keep a dog in a show coat requires a lot of time and effort, about 15 minutes of brushing a day, about a bath once a week, and be prepared for everything in the yard to come inside with your dog if you've got it in a full show coat.
Even with that long, luxurious coat, Cotons are considered to be hypoallergenic. They shed very little once the adult coat grows in. Generally, Cotons are considered to be healthy dogs with a life expectancy of 12 to 14 years. Hip dysplasia, patellar luxation, or eye disease may be concerns, which is why it's vitally important to seek advice and puppies from only certified, reputable breeders, such as the ones you can locate via the AKC or Fido TV website. It's always best to ask the experts when it comes to what kind and how much food to feed a Coton. Amounts and frequency of feeding will change over a dog's lifetime, so check with your vet or get advice from your breeder. You can also find out more when you download the Fido TV mobile app.
I think that the Coton would be an ideal dog for very many families in a lot of different situations because of their adaptability and their size. I could not ask for a better, more loving, happy, wonderfully engaging family pet.
Will the happy-faced royal dog of Madagascar answer your question of which woofs for me? Say oui to the Coton De Tulear and prepare to love and be loved alive.